Have you ever watched a professional softball or baseball game and not know what the heck was going on? By the end of my speech, I hope that you will understand the basic rules and objectives of the game as well as the players' responsibilities to be able to know what is going on during the games and be able to follow it while still being interested. I've been playing softball for 14 years and I've been raised around it all my life. My sister was in the state championship game in 2005. My mom and my 3 aunts played it in high school all 4 years. My grandpa started the youth league when he first moved to Lincoln City, so I've been raised around it all my life. The rules of the game as well as the responsibilities of the players makes the game of softball easy and fun to watch at the same time. UNO.edu explains that softball was created by George Hancock in 1887 by having an indoor variation of baseball. Although it started like this, it is now an Olympic sport. When they were playing baseball inside, they couldn't find a building big enough for a baseball field, so they had a smaller field and had to use a bigger rubber ball so they wouldn't ruin the walls. So they decided to make it a new sport, and that's how softball came about. The first thing I'm going to talk about are the rules and the objective of the game. The whole objective of the game is to score more runs than your opposing team. The game is composed of 7 innings, unlike baseball's 9. It has a top of the inning and a bottom of the inning. Each team gets a chance to be offense and defense for a chance to score points and to get the other team out so they can't score as many points as they can. During an inning, each team gets 3 outs before they have to switch sides. While you're batting, you get 5 pitches, 3 balls, and 2 strikes. When you get 3 strikes, then you're out. If you get 4 balls, then you get to walk to the base. Not necessarily walk, but you get to advance to the base without having to hit it. The strike zone is about from here to here, and anything lower, higher, or outside of that is considered a ball or a bad pitch. According to UNO.edu, the field is divided into infield and outfield with 60-foot bases separating them shaped like a diamond. The field, draw a picture of it. The brown represents the infield and the green is the outfield. It's kind of separating it. The bases are the little white squares, and each player has to run within those baselines to advance to the next one. The second thing I'm going to talk about is the equipment. Each player needs to come with a mitt, which is like a glove. You get 12.5-inch mitts that are really padded so you can stop balls without hurting your hand. And you also need to have some cleats that are black tennis shoes with spikes on them. Rubber spikes or metal spikes. Each work on dirt or turf fields. Every team needs to have a set of helmets that you wear when you're batting or on offense. They each have to have a mouth or a face guard so you protect your face in case a ball ricochets off the bat. Each team also needs to have a set of bats that each player can use, and they're for the whole team. You don't have to have your own. The balls for softball are for high school are 12 inches, City League or 11, so as your hands get bigger and as you get older, you use bigger balls. According to Livestrong.com, softball is different from baseball because a larger ball is used. High school fast pitch softball is 12 inches in circumference and weighs 6 1/4 to 7 ounces each. The bat must include a knob at the top of the handle and a safety grip measuring 10 to 15 inches around with a smooth barrel. Batters must also wear helmets at all times. The third and final point that I'm going to talk about are the positions and the roles of each of the players. So the softball field is consisting of 9 players. More can be on the team, but only 9 can fill up a field and a batting order at one time. So the pitcher is the star of the game, and she kind of runs the field. She pitches the pitches for the batters to hit. She also is in charge of this little area without getting hit. The catcher is in charge of catching the pitcher's balls and calling them so then they know if they're good pitches or bad pitches. They're also in charge of the whole back area back here, so if any of them goes behind there. The first baseman is in charge of this whole area and also playing her base. The second baseman is in charge of this area and playing her base, as well as covering for first base if she has to go up here and can be away from her base. The third baseman is in charge of her base and the area in front of it. The shortstop is in charge of kind of this whole half of the field. She's in charge of backing up third and second when they can't be at their bases, as well as getting the ball from the outfield whenever it comes in. The left fielder is in charge of this third of the field and backing up third base when the ball goes in between them, then most of the time they're in charge. The center fielder plays behind second base and is in charge of the whole outfield. She can catch any ball she wants. She just has to call it that she's got it, as well as backing up second when they need it. The right fielder is in charge of this third of the field and backing up first when they need it, and those are pretty much the positions for all of them. During offense, when the girls are up to bat, the stronger hitters need to go towards the front of the lineup. The first batter needs to be able to hit it. Pretty good hitter to start off the game, pretty strong. The fourth batter is the other really stronger hitter that needs to be able to hit it pretty far, so then she can hit all the batters and get all of them off the bases from first, second, and third to score more points. According to Coach Sandy Stewart, the game of softball is all about the teamwork and having fun. She adds, "I guess winning is also fun." I hope that I taught you the rules and objectives of the game, making it easier to follow and also having you enjoy it. Thanks.